of my way. You should get out of my way. Don't tell me what I should do. I'ma do what I want anyway. Don't really care what you think. You should get out of my way. Get your talking face out of my way. 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 I got too many plays. I don't even play. Out of my way. Get out of my way. Out of my way. Out of my way. All my friends coming with all their friends, and we get active, yeah. We get active, yeah. All of my tattoos black, my
Oh, they indeed love their football here in upstate New York as you get a look inside Rocket Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Buffalo Bills. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
You change it.
Looking left side, it's caught by Moore. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
The Bills are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
13.
Again, Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 34-yard line. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping that one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard
had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rush is just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield. That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Play action. It's Jackson. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bills will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Bills 7, Texans nothing.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. Gray going to return it. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Look at my team! Crack all 80!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Partner, the good ones have a clock running in their head, okay? Because it says something like this. I've got this many seconds to find a target. After that, I have to tuck it and try and get some yardage on this first down snap. He doesn't just get some yards, though. He gets a big gain, and they'll come right back with another 1st and 10.
70 Rangers, 70, go!
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Texans first down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Oh, he finds his running back open downfield. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
That's another Texans first down.
Come on.
First and 10.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. They set up the screen. Achane has it. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
To Devon Achane. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches. At the 13.
And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And where the time has expired on the first quarter. Texans football to start quarter 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down and less than a yard.
Here we go. Let's go.
And he's in. Achane with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. 52 yards. And the Bills have taken the lead. On his loop for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Bills 14, Texans 7.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. Here's Achane to start the drive. Across midfield. He's on his way. Touchdown, Houston. Devon Achane with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Baby on that rap to pay the bills. Now I'm feeling not even a little bit. Oh, Lord.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That good for 22 and a first down. There was a great article in the paper yesterday about how he likes to run angry. Plays like that, you can feel it, can't you?
As long as he doesn't drive angry, we're okay. Because when he's on the field, that anger works for him. It fuels him, it powers him, and the end result runs like that.
Down the right sideline. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills have taken the lead. extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 21-14.
21. Texans 14.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory. Down at the 33.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 60 Mavericks, 60 Mavericks.
He'll drop to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Cowboy 80. Cup 19. Cup 19. 18. Pioneer.
They'll drop to throw. We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Bills are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. After the interception, here's Jackson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. From the gun, Jackson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards that time, and a Bills 1st down.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Here's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 43-yard line.
They go quickly here out to Moore. A solid stiff arm. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
First down.
This time Jackson will throw it. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. 2nd and 10. Jackson. Off the screen pass. That's complete. And he is into the end zone for Buffalo. Touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Bills go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14.
Texans 14. Set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, Houston. Devon Achane on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Texans are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
You get in a second and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass. Let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now it's Jackson. Going for the deep ball. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Texans are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, Achane. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 yards. The Texans.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 2nd and 6. On the comeback route, he's got Jefferson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
And the Texans, first down. A gain of 14. First down, Texans.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll just get rid of it.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? that time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Here we go, here we go. It's Panther 11, Panther 11.
In motion, the tight end.
Mustang 19.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. They give to Achane on the option. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Now a timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And his kick is indeed good, and that'll bring him back within 4.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Gray going to return it. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? They'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Come on, go!
Right back to Achane on second down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
And the Texans first down.
Ready?
A gain of 7.
60 bites, 60 bites.
Houston.
Back to throw now on first down.
Throw caught by Achane.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
That's another Texans first down.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, they've been back on the heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Option handoff now to Achane.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
A loss of a yard on the play. And it's third down.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And his kick here is good. And that'll bring him back within a point. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
Now they try the right side here. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
Tackled back at the 35-yard line.
Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Jackson to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 26-yard line. Jackson from the shotgun. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 8 at the 24-yard line.
Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
The 16-yard line.
And he'll find his way down right around the 12. Now a 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 12-yard line.
Jackson now. And the RPO will keep Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
They were just trying to get their offense a little more room down near their own goal line, but this is just going to make things worse.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. 191 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Pressure gets to him and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5.
Ready up. 60 even. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Cowboy 80. Trap 60. Trap 60. Cut 19. Cut 19. 19 tight. 19 tight.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line.
And the Texans, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 in the first.
And the Texans first down.
Red. Cougar 19.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Come on. Check. Press up. Check. 18, 5 in. Go.
They'll look to throw here. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Up the middle, Achane. And he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
At the 32-yard line.
Let's go. Hawk 70. Hey, Trav.
Oh, the motion comes too late, and this is going to be a delay. Well, just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Trap 60. Mustang 19.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
A gain of 21 yards.
Deputy.
First down,
Deputy Lions.
Now it's JCM, Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
4 yards on the pickup.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game.
18 Cardinal. 18, 5 in.
Achane gets it from the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This Buffalo crowd letting them have it. Third down now.
Cowboy 80. Broncos. Buffalo 18.
He'll look to throw. That is caught. And it'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Achane is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here now, second and goal. Achane diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown.
And this is a time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with a touchdown run to take the lead.
35. Bills 28.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
This is first and 10. Jackson to throw. Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Brings up second and 14 at the 43-yard line.
Jackson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. A big play looming on third down.
A gain of 10 brings up third and 4.
Now Jackson. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Here we go. It's Jackson on fourth down. He'll try to do it himself. And Jackson going to have the first down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Jackson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They'll come up now. This is second and long.
Brings up second and 14 at the 42-yard line.
Throwing, Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
One last shot for Jackson. He'll try and do this himself. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. This one came right down to the wire, and CD, they had that one final chance to try to navigate their way into the end zone, but couldn't get it done to avoid the loss.
Yeah, and how about the defense there? Because while they had one final look at the end zone, the defense made sure they knew what they were doing on the last play, executed it flawlessly, and no flags. Because remember, if there's a defensive penalty, there's one play left in the game that the offense gets. They didn't allow that to happen.
So for Houston, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they will fall to a similar mark at 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.